Today you are coming training with me because we have a new goal, 99.999% locked in. Today I am training log and then I'm doing some upper body bits. Log is something that historically I've not been great at, but I'm getting better at and needing to get much better at because it is an event at OSG Worlds which I'm pretty sure I am going to be doing now. I still need to enter, but I'm pretty fixed on it. I know I'd put a lot of videos out this year saying I wasn't really sure what I was going to do. I'd achieved everything I wanted to and I didn't know what to do next, and then from actually getting back in the gym and training and doing things, I was like, something's missing, and I had all these things in my head. I was like, why do I not want to compete? What is it? And then I've had a long hard think and chats with different people, and actually what I think it is that I had a fear of failing. I was scared of failing, and in my head anything that didn't match what I did last year was a failure. But I've been doing some work on myself and I realised actually coming below third at Worlds is not failing. Just going to Worlds is succeeding. So I've kind of been working on my mindset. I'm ready to just go attack it. I really enjoy competing. I'm actually very good at competing, so why not do some more of it if it's something that I do enjoy? So I'm getting strapped in again, buckled in. I'm looking forward. I think I've got like a really good mindset at the moment. Obviously I want to improve on my placing from last year. I wouldn't go if I didn't want to win, but I also know in my head that if I don't podium, that's not failing. So it's actually a really nice position to be in, and like a very freeing position to be in, of like, yeah, I want to do this amazing thing, but I'll also be happy if I just go and hit my performance goal. So I'm working on the performance goals. Obviously we don't know all the events yet, but log is one of them, so I'm going to get working on it. My aim is to be getting a couple of reps on the higher log. So there's a trump log, the lower one is 75, the higher one is 86, so putting in the groundwork for that to be able to get some reps on the bigger one, and yeah, that's the plan. So log session it is. Let's go. Ooh. It's really weird trying to replicate it on dumbbells. Positive mindset as well. Before I decided I was doing Worlds again, came into every session like, it's going to be really hard, and guess what? It was really hard. I'm going to put the belt on for my working set, so it's not a weight where it's necessarily needed, but on the day it's floor to overhead, and I just think it's good practice practicing exactly how I'm going to do it on the comp day. A lot of people are very big on training kitless until you're really close to competition, but to me that's like training a different lift, and that like you're changing it right near the comp, and I don't know why you would do that. You want to practice specifically what you're going to be doing, so that is the reason for that. HR Labs Basic and Strom's Hydromax. A secret sauce. As in, that is the secret sauce, not there is another secret sauce.
I think like OSG, you can't, because of the size of it, getting it done quicker sometimes isn't a bad thing.
Yeah, but if it's 60 seconds, it's 60 seconds.
Well, yeah, this is
So
true.
we're just talking about the events at World. So log is event number 1, which of the events so far is the one that's going to be most challenging for me. It's my weakest overhead event, but I'm progressing really well on it, and I've got a positive attitude towards it at the moment, so I don't see any reason why I can't be doing the heavier log. Yoke is going to be 280, like the car yoke, so I'm really excited for that, and I'm glad that they're on the same day, because it's kind of like whatever happens on log, I've still got my best event, so that's cool. And then the deadlift, so initially it said 180 for reps, but now the weights aren't actually up there. There was a lot of stuff on the internet that it was too light, and I do agree. I mean, Britain, if you look at the Opens weights, I think the Opens was like 200 or something, or 210. We did more than that at Britain's Strongest Woman. You can't have World's Strongest Woman lighter than Britain's Strongest Woman, and for the weight classes like Europe's would have been heavier than World's. It just doesn't make sense. So it looks like that has been revised, which I'm glad about. I would like it to be heavier, so we'll keep our fingers crossed. I know they were discussing putting a trump bar in there, so if that happens, that would be really cool. But as it stands, that looks like we don't know the weights, but 60-second time limit, and then it says event 4, 5 and 6 TBC, so let's keep our eyes peeled.
What would you want?
What would I want?
What would you be your ideal last 3 events?
My ideal last 3 events. Power stairs would, but I love stones as well. If we could have power stairs and stones as like event 5 and 6 in finals, love, I'd be all over that. And then I guess there'd have to be some kind of medley, right? Because we've got, and I think, what would I like as a medley? Like, I'm sick of sandbags. And yeah, the drag is quite fun, so I wouldn't mind having that again. But I think any other moving event, like if we were to have, I don't know, and do you know what? I'm thinking like a distance event, like Husafell for distance. Like, I absolutely hate it, but historically I've done very well at it in competition, so maybe a Husafell for distance. I'd regret that if that actually happened. We could do another overhead, like I like the dumbbell. Farmers I like, depending on how far it is. Yeah, I don't know, power stairs and stones. I'd love if they were both in the same comp, but I feel like that's very unlikely, so we'll just leave that on the wish list, shall we? Woo! Nice, happy with that. Last week I did 65, 70, 75 and they all felt really good. My 4th rep this week felt better than my 3rd reps last week on my little working weight, so I think I'm going to start at 70 and then just go by feels. My single, I don't want to be maxing out, but I do want to be pushing it, so it's like in training it's trying to find that happy medium between, like, you don't want to be maxing out all the time because you want there to be a ceiling and you want to progress. And if you're maxing out all the time, you're just not going to recover and you're going to fail more, and failing is not good for the brain. But then you also don't want to fall into a trap of not pushing yourself and not getting that like adaptation. So I'm pushing myself appropriately, I would say, today. It might mean taking smaller jumps after this one. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Lucy's song is on in the background. I know she's not a particularly big fan of vlog, but I feel like after this weekend, I don't know when we'll put this video out, so it probably won't be this weekend, but let's talk about the other strong women. Lucy Underdown, 325 kilo deadlift, world record, belter. I'm going to do that weight again afterwards. I feel like could go heavier, but like we said earlier, we want to make sure there's still stuff in the tank, so I'd rather repeat that and have it feel better than go heavier without a load of confidence. So sorted. And then we've got strict press, which is the most humbling of all exercises, because I go from being able to do loads with a jerk to being humble by like 30 kilos. Yay, consistency! Woo! Finished on that. Now we've got strict press. So I will get a barbell and we'll get on with that. Only 2 sets. Nice. It's quite a quick session now. Now that that's done, it's all sets of 8. Trying to build some. Started training biceps recently. Can you tell? For the first time ever. Not quite. Although I do think my legs are growing. They're still not big. Still no Nancy Johnson legs. Big up Nancy, if you ever watch my channel, you have the most incredible legs I've ever seen. But they're growing. They're growing. Question. Were those last reps cheating or no? Putting it out there.
So we're going to try that.
Oh, pull-ups. Variable grip each set, but now we're only on 2 sets, so I'll do 1 pronated, 1 supinated. I think that sounds like a sensible approach, doesn't it?
Got one down, really sick.
Weak. My hands are stuck. That was log session number 1 of the week. Like I said, I've got another log session later in the week. I've got 2 deadlift sessions coming up. I haven't started yoke yet. I don't typically tend to train yoke a ton, just because it doesn't do well with my body. So we just do what we need to do with that. But I'm excited for this like fresh. I don't think it's a fresh mindset. I think the last few years I've had a very evolving mindset, and I'm really excited about that, and I like the fact that I can kind of adapt and move how I need to. I don't just have to be set in one state of mind, and that's exciting. So follow along. We have some really cool videos coming up. We will be following my prep interworlds as well, so keep your eyes out. Thank you very much for watching. If you're subscribed, great, thank you, appreciate you. If you're not subscribed now, and we'll catch you at the next